Today's video is sponsored by HelloFresh. What is HelloFresh? I'm glad you asked. You know where I hate going? The grocery store. Because of that, I never really cook anything for myself and mostly get takeout, but when HelloFresh hit me up to sponsor this vid, I was like, you know what? Let's try it out. HelloFresh is different than other meal companies in that you do the cooking for yourself instead of just microwaving a meal. Can an idiot like me do it? Surprisingly, yes. HelloFresh delivers to your front door various meals, and when you open it up, every bag is marked for that meal. They include a handy guide on how to cook the stuff as well, and just about every ingredient you need to make your meal, right down to the burger buns. This meal I made had fresh potatoes for potato wedges, and everything just felt very high quality. After about 25 minutes or so, I had made a delicious meal on my own, and for someone who doesn't ever really cook, I gotta be honest, your boy felt a little bit smug after it tasted so good. I'm coming for you, Gordon Ramsay. Cleanup was a breeze too, and honestly, I think this might be my new go-to for meals. And since I love you guys, HelloFresh and I have teamed up to give you a banger of an offer. Go to HelloFresh.com right now and use the code RGTEAT16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 surprise gifts. I don't even know what these surprise gifts are. Yes, and you get free meals. Link in the description box down below. A huge thank you to HelloFresh for sponsoring this video and for giving me some food to eat. Although 2022 hasn't really gotten all that deep yet, I would have to say by far my biggest disappointment has been Gran Turismo 7. And I've had other disappointments in my personal life. Me and things went south with my girl, whatever. I don't love these women. But Gran Turismo, I loved you. I loved you. I've loved you since Gran Turismo 2. You have been my rock, my staple for simulation racing games. And with Gran Turismo 7, you spit in my face. You smacked me. You cheated on me. You went a completely different route. And it's like, yo, can't tolerate this, man. I obviously made a very scathing video on Gran Turismo 7 because honestly, like, I was hurt. Like, that really made me mad. That really disappointed me. I ended up picking up Forza 7 for the Xbox One. I'm playing it on my Xbox Series X because I'm getting back into cars and stuff. I've got a tune coming in for the new car that I just bought, the Ford Pinto. But yeah, Gran Turismo 7 was the biggest disappointment for the year for me thus far in all aspects of life. I was absolutely disgusted by this, but it seems like our cries, it seems like our pleas, it seems like our explanations have not gone unwarranted because this morning, Sony made a huge announcement about Gran Turismo 7, and essentially, they're going to be doing some major updates to the game. So I want to go over this announcement with you guys and see if maybe we could give Gran Turismo 7 a second chance. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. But maybe I'm willing to try that second chance out. So let's take a look at this update, see what it entails, and see what I think about it. All right, so here we go. On the official PlayStation blog, an update from Polyphony Digital about Gran Turismo 7. Details on player experience improvements and upcoming patches. Dear Gran Turismo community, this is coming to us from Kaz, of course. Thank you for your continued support and feedback on Gran Turismo 7. Your voices have not gone unheard. And right then and there, I would like to say something, because there's always some idiot in my comments section, and I'm not saying that I'm the one making an impact. I feel like it's a community effort, it's a community thing at the end of the day, but there's always someone in my comment section when I complain about something, whether it be a video game, whether it be a company practice, whether it be something like Nintendo Switch Online. They're like, why are you complaining? It's not gonna make a difference. It's not gonna do anything. And it's like, bullshit. It is going to do something. It might not be my voice, but it's someone's voice. It's a cumulative of voices that are demanding change from these stupid practices that the video game industry is trying to shove down your throat. If you tell companies you don't want something and you prove that you don't want something, they'll have to change in order to keep their base. Let's be real. These companies want to rake you over the coals. They want every penny they can get out of you. And if that's a malicious thing and that's something you don't want in a certain game, you are allowed to talk about it. You are allowed to say it. So leave that bullshit at the front door. I'm always going to say what I want to say. Would like to apologize for the frustration and confusion caused last week with our patch updates, which resulted in not only a server outage, but adjustments into the in-game economy, which were made without a clear explanation for the community. We know that this is not the Gran Turismo experience you expect, and we'll be making a goodwill gesture in the form of a non-paid credit pack of 1 million credits available to those players who may have been affected. You will see this hit your account shortly. Make sure you log into the game before April 25th to claim the credits. So they're giving you free money. That actually costs $10 in real world money. I was an idiot and I wanted to get a specific car, and I spent $10 to get that car. And it's crazy because Forza 7 just throws credits at your face like you're a stripper getting ones at the strip club or something. It's like, yeah, here you go. You want the credits? Go. And it's like Gran Turismo 7 is like, no credits for you. But obviously they're trying to do things right. And really what it boils down to is the upcoming updates, the upcoming patches for things, because there's a lot of things that they're finally getting right with this. So basically, they talk about the inconsistent payout rewards that we have gotten in some of the things, but to reestablish the equilibrium and provide more accurate rewards based on time investment and completion, it was necessary to recalculate the system as a whole. To improve the player experience, we'll be rolling out a considerable patch in the beginning of April. The number of events will be increased, and we will reestablish the reward system with greater balance throughout the game to benefit all players. So basically, they're talking about increasing rewards in online play, increasing rewards in the latter half of the world circuits by approximately 100%, adding or addition of high rewards for clearing the circuit experience in all gold and bronze, include a total of 8 new 1-hour endurance events to missions. They'll also have higher payouts. So basically, they're adjusting a lot of things for higher payouts, increase the quantity of used cars and legend cards offered at any given time. Now, this is all a big deal if you've been playing this game, because you would know, like, the used car market sucks in that game. It sucks. It like never updates. And like, I get it, it's supposed to update like every day, but the quantity of cars is just absolutely abysmal. And you think you might get a used car from there instead of buying a new car from the game in order to soup it up to your liking, but they don't let you do that because of the paltry, you know, it's like going to Joe's used car dealer in like the middle of the woods. Like, there's not a lot of options there. So this is all very good stuff, but where things get very interesting are in the future updates for the game. Finally, we want to take an opportunity to lay out some of the near-term updates we're working on. We can't confirm an exact date or specifics, but we will give advance notice. Increase the payout of limited time rewards as we develop as a live service. Ugh. Further World Circuit event additions. Addition of endurance races to missions, including 24-hour races. Additions of the online time trials and awarding of rewards according to the player's difference with the top-ranked time. Make it so cars can be sold. Hello. That's what we wanted. First off, it should not have been taken from the game in the first place. Being able to sell cars. I literally just bought a car from Carvana. Did Carvana say, oh, you can't sell us your old car, we're only going to sell you this new car? No, because since the dawn of the automotive age, you have been able to sell cars to a dealer or a retailer or an individual if you would like to do such as a private transaction. Like, that's the whole point of cars. You buy a car, you do something to it, you let it sit, you maybe fix it up a little bit, and then you flip it. And then you buy something nicer. You buy something new. You buy something faster. And the fact that you could not do that in Gran Turismo 7 was absolutely disgusting, because it showed that they want, and I know they said that as a live service game. And you know what? That's just what this game is going to be, unfortunately. You know, we still have to fight for the online aspect of the game. We still have to fight for the ability to play the game offline and not have to worry about things like that. I still think that's something that needs to be talked about. I still think that's something that needs to be addressed. I still think that's something that we need to continuously fight for. However, I do understand what they're trying to do with this. And as long as the time, because it's all about time. You know, if you're putting a lot of time into something and you're not getting the rewards, you're not getting the benefits, you're not getting the results that you want, you're wasting your time. And money is something that you can always get. You can always sell something of yours. You can always, you know, go out there and hustle a little bit. But time is something you can never get back. And that was the big problem with this game, is that it felt just like you were wasting your time. You were wasting your time playing the game because you weren't getting the results unless you did things like spend your real money. The fact that you couldn't sell cars was just absolutely ridiculous. There was no rhyme or reason for it. Every car game that matters, every car game that's a simulation game, has the ability to sell your cars, has the ability to recoup some of the money that you might have put into an initial vehicle. So we're getting new races. We're getting the whole currency system revamped and redone for a more proper thing, and we're getting the ability to sell cars in the near future. So what do I think about all of this? It's definitely a huge step in the right direction. At least Sony is willing to admit, and Polyphony is willing to admit that they screwed this up. Now, do I consider it, just writing them off completely? No, my whole thing was I was done with Gran Turismo 7 until they made some changes, until they did things that actually benefited the gamer, that benefited the consumer. Now, I'm still not jumping right into it because obviously some of this stuff isn't happening till April. April's right around the corner. Not a big deal as far as, the timing of this, but I'm not jumping into the game again until April comes around because I want to see these things in action. You could tell me something, you could tell me you're going to do something, but unless you actually do it, it doesn't mean shit at the end of the day because it's not the same. Doing something means a lot more than just telling someone you're going to do something and then you don't do it. It kind of goes back into the time management thing. It's just a waste of time. Like, I'm going to change, we're going to change this, and then you don't see any change and it's like, you lied to me. So now I'm even more pissed off at you. But this is definitely a huge step in the right direction. This is what the franchise needs. And, I feel like, you can look like the player base is dropping off dramatically in this game. And if you want to position this game as a live service game, as much as we don't want that, but you want this game to be positioned as a live service game, you have to have a reason for gamers and people in general to continue to play the game. You have to have a reason for people to want to come back and visit it. My reason has been completely diminished. I've moved on to Forza 7. However, when these things start to roll out, maybe I'll come back and revisit it. I do want to see this stuff because I have a lot of duplicate cars and stuff. Like, I want to be able to sell these. I want to be able to do more in the game. And this seems like it's going to allow me to do more in the game, to respect my time, to value my time. So I'm definitely very interested in this patch. I will be revisiting the game and checking it out once all this has been implemented because I want, I don't want to waste my $70 on Gran Turismo 7. Nobody wants to waste money on something that's not going to be fruitful. But we've all wasted money on things before. We've all wasted money on games where it ended up not being what you expect, but it's the time aspect. That's the thing that they really need to focus on, and that's what they seem like they're focusing on. So let me know in the comment section down below what you think of all of this. Is this a surprise to you? Do you think that, they're going to follow through and do all of these things and do them in a timely manner so that Gran Turismo 7 can be the game that it deserves to be? Because the gameplay is awesome. Okay, the gameplay is awesome. I love the core gameplay experience, going to the different dealerships, getting your cars that way. Everything's nice and streamlined. The graphics, the performance of the game, the handling, everything is very top notch. It's just that there's so many negative aspects about the game that it makes it very tough. So let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And as always, guys, thank you for checking out this video. If this is your first time on the channel, thank you for watching this video. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, like and share the video. A huge thank you to HelloFresh for sponsoring this video. Look, legit, I've been cooking those meals and I feel like I'm like the chef of the future or something. Like, the food is so good. Like, it's legit. Make sure you guys use the link in the description box down below, HelloFresh.com. Use RGTEats16 to get up to 16 free meals plus 3 surprise gifts. And as always, guys, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Later.